Welcome back. Well, the Baby Animals exploded onto the Aussie rock scene 25 years ago with their self-titled debut album.
It spent 6 weeks at the #1 spot on the ARIA charts, achieving multi-platinum status and setting the standard for an entire decade. This was the sound of 90s rock.
I would never wanna rush you. I don't wanna lose you.
With a string of hits, the Baby Animals' debut record became one of the highest-selling Australian rock albums of all time. The success at home led to a US tour with Van Halen and a performance on The Late Show with David Letterman.
It achieved the impressive quadruple platinum status in their native Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, here they are, Baby Animals.
And a quarter of a century later, the Baby Animals are finding new ways to celebrate their legacy.
One word, one letter, one line.
And Suze joins us now. Welcome to the show. Good to have you with us. 25 years since the Baby Animals' first album. For you, does it feel like yesterday?
Oh, I mean, in some ways it does, but in other ways it feels like 50 years. But yeah, it does. It does feel like it's just flown by, you know. It was a pretty great time. We were very busy at that time, so.
Yeah, you sure were. The record sales were going through the roof, the tours were selling out, you were going all around the world. Was there a moment where you kind of sat back with the band and you were like, wow, guys, this is really happening, we're a big deal?
I remember the one sort of pivotal moment for me that my knees went a little bit weak was when we were on tour with Van Halen and we were just about to go on stage and our manager came back and said, oh, the album's just gone #1. And I was like, oh, my knees did go a little tiny bit weaker. And I thought, wow, that's great. Now we've got to go on stage. So it's sort of it's just brief, but you just get on with it. And, you know, I'm always grateful for those kinds of moments, you know, where you know you've done worked really hard and it's done well. So it's a good feeling.
Paid off. When did you discover that distinctive tone in your voice?
I don't know if I actually discovered any tone in my voice. I just knew that I loved it after I'd done my first show.
Yeah.
I just fell into it, really. I mean, my mum was a singer, so I grew up with all of that around in the house. But I auditioned for a band when I was 17, went for the audition, got the job, couldn't believe it, and just kind of went from there.
Yeah.
After I did my first show, I just knew I just wanted to keep doing it.
You knew you were going to do that for life?
Yeah.
That was like too young to want to listen, Susie. You know, little early warning reference there if you'd missed it. You dropped out. You didn't want to finish school. You've got kids. You've got a 20-year-old and a 13-year-old. Wave to them. They're watching right now at home. Hi. Mum's on the TV. How's it going with that? Hey, what do they think of your rock star status?
You know, I'm just mum to them, but they have been to a couple of shows recently, and they do look at me a little bit strange. They don't ever see me doing that, so when they do, it's kind of shocking to them. My daughter loves it. She's 20, but my son is a little bit, I think he's a bit afraid of it.
Are they into music?
Oh, yeah, big time. My daughter's mad. You know, she listens to everything. And my son's just into, you know, video games, so...
Like all 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
If they wanted to follow in your footsteps, if they wanted to be a performer, if they wanted to quit school and follow their path, would you let them?
I wouldn't let them quit school, but I'd let them do whatever they want after they've finished school. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just think it's different now.
Yeah.
You could do it when I was 17. You know, it's a long time ago, so...
Yeah.
It's different now.
You and the band are into something really wonderful now. Tell us, and you're celebrating 25 years in the business, but tell us what else is going on.
Well, we've partnered up with Habitat for Humanity. I did a build with Habitat in 2006 when I lived in America. I did just a few days of work with them with my girlfriends. So I'd had a bit of a history with Habitat. And I was at lunch one day with a girlfriend who works for them. And I said, listen, I've just done this album about songs about home. You should use one of those songs so you can have it. Just use it for whatever you need, you know, it'll work great for Habitat because it's all about homes, you know. And so she said, okay, great, that'd be great. And then, so from there, she said, what else can you do? And I said, I'll do anything you want me to do. Basically, I think it's such a great organisation, I just put my hand up. And the rest of the band's hand up and said, we'll be there, we'll do anything that you need us to do. And she said, okay, well, let's get 300 people together and go build 25 houses in a week in Indonesia. So I said, I like a challenge. Okay, let's do it. So it kind of snowballed. And I went to Indonesia, this place called Yogyakarta, about a month ago, just to see what was happening there on the ground, and met the people there. It's an incredibly well-run organisation, and these people from this village there that we went to were so lovely and just so grateful, you know, that we could go and do something to help.
You need volunteers. What do you need? You
Yeah.
need chippies, brickies, plasterers, painters,
we like
labourers.
those guys. They can come without their shirts on if they like. No, we want anyone. You know, we've put it out to our fans because we love getting them involved and stuff. For anyone can do it.
Yeah.
You get on to rockthehouse.org.au and that's got all the information. You do a little fundraising thing. It's all very easy. But we've got a beautiful hotel there for people, so if they want to come, they can go and do the work through the day, then they can go and relax in the hotel, have a drink, and just,
Great.
you know.
Nice.
So it's
Awesome.
kind of
Be part of
working
something that makes a
holiday.
difference.
Beautiful place.
Yeah.
Suze, lovely to have you with
Great
us.
to talk to you.
you.
Thanks,
Thank
Suze.
you.
If you want to take part in Rock the House with the baby animals, we have all the details over on our website. Go and have a look.
Absolutely.
Coming up, former